Hey everybody, it's Matt from Junior Horror Movies, and welcome to my haul that I picked up for the convention of ScareCon here in Verona, New York. It's about a 20-minute drive for me, so I bought myself a 3-day weekend. The wife and I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. Got to meet a lot of cool people. Met a lot of friends there. We all hung out. Got to meet a bunch of new actors and actresses. Got some signed. There were a lot of people who came back last year. So I wanted to get some of them because I missed them, or I got one thing signed, but I wanted other things signed from them. So what I'll do is I'll show off the DVDs and Blu-rays I brought with me to get signed, and the rest of the autographs, other knickknacks, and at the end will be the DVDs and Blu-rays that I picked up for the convention. So kind of went a little crazy, but you know what? Conventions are fun. You save up for it and you pay for the memories, and I'll never forget them. So without further ado, we'll go with the DVDs I brought. The first one I needed was, let's see here. Wow. Caroline Williams from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. So I brought my Arrow in, and she was all excited because I had the Arrow edition. So I met Caroline Williams. She was really nice, great to talk to. So I brought my Blu-ray to get signed. So I thought that was pretty badass that she signed it. Next we have is I brought in my House of a Thousand Corpses. I needed Bill Moseley to sign it. I had Sid Haig on it before, along with I think it was Robert Mukes. He plays Rufus. I think that's what he was. He wasn't. This was at a previous convention last year at ScareCon, but I needed him to have my House of a Thousand Corpses signed, so I'm getting a lot of them signed on the DVD. And I needed Russ Steiner from Night of the Living Dead. I already have John Russo and George Kosman, who unfortunately I think he passed away. He played the sheriff. He was another writer. I already had John Russo, so I got Russell Steinman there. You know, plays the brother in the beginning. He even wrote, "They're coming to get you, Matt." So I thought that was pretty cool. So I got my Night of the Living Dead DVD signed. This was the special Millennium Edition one, so it has all the features. That's the one I wanted to have signed, so I was very happy to get that. Alright, those are the DVDs I brought with me. Now we'll get to the ones that I picked up to get autographed, so I need some more frames. Luckily I already had a couple frames already with me. The first one, of course, is right here. Tutti fucking Fruity from Bill Moseley. So I thought this was pretty badass. I like the way it's framed. I love the ice cream on it. And he wrote, to Matt, ain't no ice cream in your fucking future. Otis. Bill Moseley. That's awesome. And my other one I got framed was, of course, I met Sid Haig again. And I wanted this version because I wanted the Captain Spaulding. And he wrote, to Matt and Tanya, was my wife, it says stay for the fried chicken. So I had some old frames, so I'm glad I had a couple of them. Next we have my other normal pictures I need to get framed. I got to meet Eugene Clark from Land of the Dead, who played Big Daddy. He was pretty cool. I gotta get that one framed. Got to meet Perry Chen here from the Hatchet series. He was on Holliston and a bunch of things. He's in the 4th Hatchet film. So I wanted this version when he plays the weird conductor. So yeah, that's pretty badass. He's got all the cool characters from the first movie. I always like Hatchet 1. Got to meet Daig. He played the kid from Rob Zombie's Halloween. Pretty nice kid. And last, for the regular autographs, from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 6, Freddy's Dead. Ricky D. Lynch, I think his name is. So I had to get the hearing aid scene. And also, too, what he had at his booth, which I picked up. I wanted to stop by and pick it up again. From Logan, that's what it was. Ricky Dean Logan. I'm horrible reading names. But he had these brochures. And it says Freddy's Dead on them. And it says exclusive to what he has. So he had these personally made. But when you open it up, it's the map. and of course in part 6, he's the one that's fooling around with the map. And it says, of course, you're fucked. So I bought one of those from him, and I thought that was pretty badass. So I'm going to get one of these framed or something in the room. Alright, next for pickups is a bunch of just like little knickknacks and goodies. I picked up, there was a booth called Obscura Oddities. If you remember the TV show Obscura, or known as Oddities, there were a show on the Science Channel. And they mostly sold stuff that were quack medical devices, weird old things, Ouija boards, anything that's really weird. Well, the guy had these, and I remember I was talking to my friend Zach, and it was based on a board game. It was near Dungeons and Dragons. And, of course, they pulled it off the market, and, of course, the figures were kind of hard to find. He had a bucket of them. Some guy brought them in. He didn't know what they were. So he sold a couple. So I bought one for Zach, and I bought a couple for me. One is this cool Medusa snake-looking creature. I had one of these when I was a kid, but it had no face. It was just blank. So he had one left. So, of course, I picked up some little snake dude. And the one, of course, I had to pick up was this cool Lava Man figure. Just hard plastic, nothing, no points of articulation or anything. I just think they look pretty cool. So, yeah. Kind of looks like the shit guy from Dogma. Alright. Other goodies. They had a big supernatural thing at the convention where you can sit and take pictures either with the car and get all dressed up. And they also had a part where it was like a photo op with Stranger Things with the alphabet in the background with the lights. So, of course, huge Supernatural fan. And we did the photo op. It was a lot of fun. There was not that many people there, so we actually got to sit in the car. And for one frame, my wife and I did the photo op together with the car itself. I had an old frame, so I framed it for sure. And I'm, of course, dressed up as Dean. She's Castiel. Got all the weaponry right there. Got to sit inside the car. Oh, it was so much fun. Well worth the photo op. And, of course, I bought a prop. If you know Supernatural, the shotgun shells made out of salt to help fight ghosts. Had to buy one of these. I thought that was pretty badass that they had these there. So, glad to have a salt shotgun shell. You never know if you need to shoot one off for some ghosts. Alright. There was a small band there promoting their stuff called American Acid. And this is their album cover. 5 songs. It's not bad. We listened to it on the way up to the next convention. The next day of the convention. So that was pretty cool. And I actually bought some patches. So I thought that was pretty neat. I bought a Return of the Living Dead patch. A Jaws 2 patch. I always love that artwork for Jaws 2. A Friday the 13th patch. That's pretty sick. Hellraiser patch. Love that. I think. And of course, had to get it. A Godzilla patch. Since I saw a Godzilla patch, I needed a Godzilla. So I got some patches. And now let's get on to the DVDs and Blu-rays. I'll do the Blu-rays first. Usually I do DVDs first, but I'll do the Blues. I didn't get many Blu-rays. I only got 3. There was one booth just selling random Blu-rays for some random shit and DVDs. I needed it for the collection, so I picked up Hellraiser Revelation. I didn't have this one, so I need one more of the Blu-rays of Hellraiser. And of course I stopped by the SRS Cinema booth. They always have a bunch of stuff there, so I picked up a couple films. One was called Scarecrow. They are pretty much shot on video. But it's a killer scarecrow movie. A guy gets melting and puts on a scarecrow outfit, starts killing people supposedly. So it's pretty badass. And of course, I picked up She Kills. Wanted to check this one out. I even got to meet the director, and he signed at the bottom. Pretty much, this woman is raped. Her boyfriend's murdered, and she's left for dead. She comes back to get revenge. She has like tentacles in her vagina and everything. So kind of like a grindhouse type style movie. And there I also picked up at the booth a She Kills pin, which I thought was pretty neat. As you can see, it says She Kills. There's the legs with all these vagina tentacles coming out. Pretty badass. For the DVDs, a couple bootlegs. I usually don't buy bootlegs as much, but if they're out of print or just hard to find or never released, I usually pick them up. This one I picked up is the Godzilla animated show from the 70s and 80s. For some reason, season 3 is insanely out of print, and I think season 1 is out of print. This is both discs, both seasons, all 3 seasons, all on 2 discs. So for the price was really reasonable. So I grabbed the Godzilla animated show. Put that over here for now. And for other bootleg, I picked up is called Spectre. Just the cover alone just sold me. I saw this weird demon lizard-like thing. I guess it was a failed pilot episode, and it was done by Gene Roddenberry. And I didn't know anything about it, and I'm like, oh, looks pretty cool. Pretty much they have to fight evil demons and evil cults, and I think this monster here is the leader of it. I don't know. I have to watch it. But again, I got sucked into the cover art. That's just so awesome. Like, look at that dude in the suit. I did find an old Anchor Bay there. So at the booth where the DVDs and Blu-rays were, I just skimmed through, saw an old Anchor Bay and said, I'm buying it. And it was a rental, so it didn't come with the insert, but I'll take a look and see how this movie is. And it's called Room 6. It looks like a hospital horror film, so I can't wait to check it out. And of course, Old Anchor Bay, that's what dragged me right in. If anybody's seen it, let me know. Good blind buy. I'm also going to I did a walk around at the convention. I'll post that later on because I'm going to get this out, and then I'll post the walk around later. Alright, the other DVDs. The actual Sleaze box was there. And I was surprised, because I don't see them ever at the convention. They usually go, like, New York City or everyone else. So I picked up some Sleaze box films. I did pick up Death Escort Service 2. This has the DVD and the CD combo to it. As was all signed. So I'm like, alright, I'll pick that one up. These were his last 2 there. He only brought 2 of them. So I picked up Jacker. I know Moods was talking about it. That's what kind of got me into it. So, Jacker, and another shot on video, and the sequel, Jacker 2. I asked him about it. He goes, I only brought 2. That's all I had left. So I picked them up like day 1 of the con. And since I bought 3 DVDs, he gave me a 4th one for free. So I picked up Burglar from Hell. I heard some really good things about this movie. Another shot on video goodness. So yeah, Burglar from Hell, just that cover art. It's pretty insane. And last for the DVDs are from a local area near me called Mad Angel Films. And Mad Angel is local here in like Utica area. And one of my friends is an actor in some of these movies. So of course I grabbed one that he was in, and I picked up some other films. And the first one we have is called Half Dead. This one looks like a zombie experiment type film. So I was like, okay, I'll pick that one up. I like to support the independent companies. So Half Dead. I did pick up, it's called Savage Christmas. Horror Day. holiday horror. Takes place on Christmas, of course. And like a demon type movie. And the person to save them is Santa Claus. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. And last from the Mad Angel films is called 3 Days in the Woods. One of my friends is in this one. And pretty much is they're a bunch of friends getting together in the woods. They're attacked by a bunch of rednecks, I guess. And of course they get tortured and attacked. And there's a website right there. So, hence being stuck 3 days in the woods. So it's like a survival redneck type movie. Looked pretty cool, so I want to check that one out. Alright guys, that is it for my convention haul. It was a lot of fun meeting a bunch of the actors and actresses there. There's a couple I did not get to meet because they were so expensive. Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich were there from Scream. Sorry. I wanted to meet them. I brought my Scream Blu-ray. I get to the table. They had all their prices listed. No. They were like $75 for both the autograph and a photo op. No, I wasn't paying that. So, I took some random pictures, of course, from everybody through the con. It was a lot of fun. And again, I will post a walkthrough afterwards. So this will be kind of like a two-part video. My haul and, of course, the walkthrough after. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed my little haul here. Please let me know your thoughts down below. And I'd like to hear your thoughts and comments. I'd like to read them. If there's anything else, please let me know. Oh, I did get this cool bag from good old Chop Top himself. And of course it says Chop Top and Otis. And it's like a dentist type bag. He had his own bags. Bill Moseley, it was awesome. He had his own weird little bag. And it's like brushing your teeth and everything. But it's all about Bill Chop Top and Otis. So I thought this bag was pretty neat. Alright, anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. Again, please like and subscribe. I'd like to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. If you did go to ScareCon, let me know. I'd like to hear what you thought about the convention. Alright, guys, have yourself a good one. Later. Peace.